Hi guys, so today I wanted to talk to you about your patterns and your programming. So we all have operating systems, we all have our minds, and we all have this software program that's implanted to us from a very early age, and we're affected by our circumstances, our surroundings, our family, our social settings, our religious backgrounds, our influences through TV and through media. We're all influenced by so many things when we're growing, when we're formulating our mental pathways. And those mental pathways become our patterns of behavior. And it's very, very interesting to start identifying some of those patterns of behavior when we start to look at some of the things that we utilize and use in the background. So we're looking today about some of the excuses, some of the stories, and some of the patterns and habits of behavior that we utilize in order to keep ourselves where we are. Now, we all get this, guys. We all get it. When we're progressing through and when we're moving on to different levels and when we take up any new venture or endeavor, or when we're looking to change certain circumstances in our lives, we will come across challenges. And when we come across challenges, we will encounter our old patterns and programmings that try to keep us a lot of the time where we are. And they normally surface as habits and excuses and stories that come out. So what I'm looking for you today is to be more aware of some of those things that actually come up in your mind when things start to get difficult. Some of those patterns of behaviors that you normally have that hold you back, some of those excuses that you make to stop yourself from moving on, and some of those habits that you introduce in order to cope with that. It's now I want to start to just identify them, right? Just start to think a little bit about these things that you start to do. Maybe jot some things down so you become aware of them. And the whole idea is that you become more self-aware. So when these things start to happen, when you start to hit a few of these little road bumps and a few of these little blocks in the road that we can get over, that we've identified some of them ahead of time, and then we can be even more aware when we're actually in that moment. Because what it will allow you to do, it will allow you a point of reference for you to notice what's happening, and it will allow you to be able to identify that, and you have a much greater percentage chance of being able to move through these challenges and on to that next level, because you will come up against them. And I'm all about being able to give you prior planning and prior preparation as much as possible, and prior training, so you're allowed yourself to move through these things. So just comment below on some of these excuses and the stories and some of the habits that you formulate when you come up against some of these roadblocks. Okay, thanks guys.